Stop what?
What up, everybody? My name is Tracy Bartholomew. This is Stephen Bijou, and this is the Saint Stop Podcast. We are back again with another episode, straight from yesterday, back to today. Man, I would ask you what's up, how you doing, bro? But you a clown, man. So what's happening today is the Saints have picked up 13 undrafted players added on to the team after the draft, which is like, wow, well, that's a lot of people to be picking up. So I'm thinking 90% of them people ain't even gonna make it on the team. But there are some good ones, and we are going to go over them today so you guys know who they are. We're gonna learn who they are and see just how good these people are. Also, we're gonna jump back on the Jameis Winston thing because that's some big news. We talked about it yesterday. But we're gonna dive a little bit more into it because my brother here, Stephen Bijou, is a fan of this pickup, and I am not, and I'm gonna tell everybody why.
And we're gonna give you a little bit more insight into some of these draft picks that we picked up. I know a lot of y'all don't like it, but I'm gonna tell you why you should.
Okay, all right. So let's get into it, man. We're gonna go over some of the, not all of them, because that's 13. That's a lot of people, man. But we're gonna go over some of the main ones. That I like personally. We got Joe Bocci, linebacker from Michigan State, 6'2", 231.
Monster.
Bocci was it sounds like it, don't he? Bocci was a 4-year letterman, two-time team captain for the Spartans. 3 years starting middle linebacker, played in 40 games with 34 starts, recorded 285 tackles. Nice. 27.5 tackles per loss, 8 sacks, 5 interceptions, 11 pass defenses, 5 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. As a senior in 2019, he was a third team All Big Ten media selection as he ranked 5th on the team for 71 tackles in 8 games. Not bad at all. All starts added 8.5 tackles for losses, 3.5 sacks, 4 pass defenses, and 1 interception. As a junior in 2018, Bocci earned first team All Big Ten honor from conference coach at ESPN and was named his team's most outstanding defensive player as he started all 13 games and led his team with 102 tackles. My man right here, Joe Bocci, linebacker from Michigan, sounds like a monster. He sounds like he has some good years, maybe a couple of bad years, but all around stats, a man seems like a beast. I'm interested in seeing what the Saints do with him and what he can possibly do on our team.
Here's the thing, bro. You read all these stats, it all sounds wonderful, and people will read that and get excited. But me, I don't know, maybe I'm pessimistic in nature. My question is, if you have all that, why did you not get drafted? What is it that caused you to get undrafted? That's my question. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at it, there's a lot of people that go undrafted that are total studs. And just because, all 32 teams don't see that, don't mean it ain't in him. So it only takes one coach to be like, hey, let me get this guy a chance, put him on the field, and he comes out and he stands out amongst all.
Here's the thing about us signing 13 undrafted free agents. I know 95% of them won't be there come day one because, I mean, we don't have that many spots available. We pretty much, the reason we've been such a good team the last 3-4 years because we have a solid team. We add pieces here and there, especially after free agency. Adding the pieces we did, there's not a lot of, I mean, we're looking at maybe 46 out of 53 men already locked down on that roster. And that's being generous. It could be more. It could easily be like 48. So that only leaves you with 4 or 5 spots available to make the active roster.
Yeah. Well, my man's a linebacker, so I mean, that is a position of worthiness for the Saints. We do need some killers in that position.
And you know what? I think we finally got one.
Yeah.
Finally got a monster linebacker. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But I think that position has been filled. So again,
And
not too many
Mr.
spots.
Zach, Mr.
Mrs.
Zach Bond,
Yes, sir, Mrs. Zach Bond. I'm
Mr.
not gonna
Zach
lie to you.
Bond.
At first, I wasn't too thrilled. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know,
You're
we
never
gonna
too
keep it.
good on nobody,
Look,
bro. And then
look,
I be telling you about these dudes, and then you
bro.
be like,
Here's the
nah,
thing.
they garbage. Then you look into them and you see what I'm saying.
Here's the thing.
I told you stop going against the house, man.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it honest, right? I wasn't
Okay.
through with any of these picks. Like I was like, because hey, I was happy they addressed the positions I thought they needed to address. I wasn't happy with the people that they addressed it with, if that makes sense. Like, yes, we need a linebacker. I was banging the table for Patrick Queen, like banging the table for Patrick Queen, and he fell into
Right.
our laps, and we passed on him. Just
He was
like,
right there.
bro, just like all them years ago when I was banging the table for Odell Beckham Jr. We could have got him,
Yeah.
but we didn't. And that year we ended up getting who? Brandon Cooks. And where the hell is he now? With the Texans? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Brandon Cooks was a solid pick, man. Brandon Cooks was just a crybaby, you know.
And he's a one-trick pony. That's why I keep getting traded. He's a one-trick pony.
He's a speedster.
That's it.
I like Brandon Cooks. I just think if he would not want to be the number one receiver and such a crybaby when he doesn't get the ball, he can do a lot for any team. I don't know why he keeps going from team to team to team, because he puts up stats.
Got to be his attitude. Has to be.
You gotta be. Gotta be.
And, I mean, like I said,
only...
he's a one-trick pony. All he can do is go vertical. He can't really run routes. When have you ever seen Brandon Cooks run a route? I'll wait.
I can't. I don't know.
Exactly.
But I mean, some teams, just like us, need somebody like that can take off the top. There was a lot of speculation that Brandon Cooks was coming back to New Orleans.
Boy, hell
and
no.
I was like, hey, that would be something nice. I would appreciate that if you got your mind right, because we could definitely use you right now.
We could, but nah, I don't need that in my locker room.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Maybe not. But speaking of wide receivers, Marquez Callaway, wide receiver from Tennessee, 6'2", 204. Callaway was a 4-year letterman for the Volunteers, who appeared in 42 games with 35 starts. And posted a career total of 92 receptions for 646, 17.9 average, and 13 touchdowns, and returned 40 punts for 5,543 yards and 3 touchdowns as a senior in 2019. Wow.
That's the numbers.
Bro.
That's the numbers.
He started all 13 games, catching 30 passes for 635 yards, 21.2 yards per average.
That's not bad.
With 6 touchdowns. Tying for first in Southeastern Conference and fourth in nation in yards per catch with 21.2 average. Man, so all SEC coach selection as a return specialist, bringing back 11 punts for 154 yards, 11.8 average, and 165 yards touchdown return against South Carolina. So my man is definitely sounds like he has some speed on him. Sounds like he's pretty shifty. Once he catches the ball, if you get the man in open field, it sounds like he's pretty much gone.
How tall is he?
6'2".
Okay. Yeah, so he's not another Deontay Harris. Okay.
Yeah, my man is 6'2". I like him. I definitely want to see what he could do. I want to see if you put him back there in some open field, what my man can do.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: at the wide receiver position, coming in as an undrafted free agent is probably the best thing you can do for the Saints, because after Emmanuel Sanders, all that's open, all of it.
Right.
After Mike T, Emmanuel Sanders, all that's open. I don't care. No Traquan Smith, Kirkwood. Oh, and Kirkwood's gone, ain't he? or whoever else is on that roster, it's all open. Free fair game. So, and we at least keep 4 receivers. You know what I'm saying? So there's a good chance one of them will be there. And if he has that kind of speed, that kind of productivity, I'm with it.
Yeah. With yards per average like that, man, you can't be mad at that. Um, I definitely want to see what he can do.
Facts.
I'm looking forward to.
I mean, the only thing that maybe bothers me is like given the current situation, how are these guys going to come prepared? You know what I'm saying? I know they're going to have like the little virtual setups and the meetings or whatever, but you got to work that time in with your quarterback. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so a rookie, undrafted, giving him that wide receiver spot, I won't be surprised if we actually go and either trade or try to find another veteran receiver. Because this year, more than ever, the veterans are going to carry the team. More than ever.
True. Definitely agree. They're gonna have to.
Facts.
I mean, outside of our veterans, man, we've got a lot of young people. But I think our young guys can stand up to the plate, man. I think, like you said, bro, we got an all around good team. We had an all around good team last year, and I think we made them better with this draft. So hopefully the rookies can come in and fall right into place, and our older guys who's been there for 3, 4, 5 years can kind of take them under their wing and put them on their back and show them the ropes. It's all
Facts.
about family and camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? And like, hey, I'm gonna build you up, you build me up, and we got each other's back. As long as they keep doing that kind of thing, which we have a great locker room,
Yeah.
outside of most locker rooms in the NFL. When you look at our locker room, man, we've stuck in together for a good minute, regardless of who comes in, So I
Facts.
like it.
Facts.
Let's go to a running back, man. You've been talking about running backs for a minute. We got one called I'm not gonna say called, but his name
I
is
was about to say one call. Damn, bro.
right. I'm sorry, man. Golly. Tony Jones Jr., running back, Notre Dame, 5'11", 224.
He's short.
Jones was a 4-year letterman from
I'm,
Notre Dame,
I'm not interested.
who played. Oh my God, damn, we
Nah,
ain't
bro.
even
I'm
heard the
not.
man shit.
You said he was 5'11", bro. I'm done. I'm done.
5'11",
We don't need
224,
no. We
man.
don't need no other small running back, bro. I told you we need
He
a beast. We need a beast. We don't need no
Anyway,
small
he
running back.
played 3 years in 2019. He started 12 games on the season, rushing 857 yards and 6 touchdowns. He became the 10th player in school history with 5 or more 100-yard rushing games in one season.
That's fine. He's still short. That's
Man,
fine.
what's wrong with this guy, man? Stop playing with me right now.
That's all fine. That's fine. I mean, that's all. It's Notre Dame. Let's calm down. Let's not act like he played in SEC or anything like that. Nah, we're not gonna
All
do
right,
that.
but let's think about it, right? He started in 12 games.
Yep.
Think about that. All right. He
Okay.
rushed for 857 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Okay.
Became the 10th player in school history with 5 or more 100 yards rushing games in one season.
Okay.
All right. So when you think about having a running back on your team, how many yards do you want them to get to say, if this person runs this many yards this game, we're gonna win that game? It's always 100. You
Facts.
run 100
I mean, I
yards,
think
we
I think I
gonna
would
win.
have been. I think I would have been more impressed if it was 8 touchdowns instead of 6.
Boy, you don't cast nobody no slack.
No, because that means you got a touchdown every game, or you averaged a touchdown every game.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you're small, bro, that's just a knock. That's just not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a
So
small
man
running
was
back.
he was teammates with Cesar Ruiz,
Hey, yeah,
our new center.
hey, that's how he got on the squad. He probably called that boy when he got drafted.
Hey, get me on, man. Let me get that practice.
Hey, man, tell coach I'm cold, bro.
That's horrible, man.
Hey,
Okay,
man.
what about a defensive lineman, man, from Texas? Malcolm Roach, 6'3", 290. Roach is a Baton Rouge native. Whoop whoop. Uh, who prepped at Madison Academy, where he played for his father, Mike Roach. Roach was a 4-year letterman for the Longhorns. He enjoyed his most productive season and as a senior in 2019. When he was voted team captain, Rose played in 13 games, 12 starts, and made 40 tackles, include 9 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, 1 pass defense, and 1 block kick.
It's solid. Solid numbers.
I guess.
Those are solid numbers. They're not
I
great, but
guess.
they're solid.
But it's not like you made that team captain because your daddy was the coach.
Yeah, no, facts. Facts. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's solid. I'm not finna pat him on the back. His daddy was the coach. I don't, you don't get nothing from me.
Nah, it sounds like a good dude, man. That's impressive numbers for 1 year. Just 2019. Um, I like it. I like it. I'm not impressed, but I like it. Let's see what you can do, man, when you come out to the team and actually have some real players against you.
Facts.
Let's see. We got a cornerback, Keith Washington Jr., cornerback, West Michigan, 6'1", 180. Kind of small. Um, then played 2 seasons at West Virginia after the 2017 campaign. Uh, I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. He's a community college 2015, 2016. Skip ahead. He played in 31 games, 17 starts, posted 66 tackles, 52 solo. Not bad. 2.5 tackles for a loss, 1.5 sacks, 6 interceptions. Not bad. 18 pass defenses, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. In 2019, he started all 10 games he appeared in for monetary the
The Mountaineers.
Mountaineers. Yeah, the
The Mountaineers.
Mountaineers. Sorry, man. My reading skills is lacking today. Don't judge me. All right. Posted 23 stops, 17 solo, 3 picks, 9 pass defenses, and a fumble recovery. Um, I think his best year might have been 2019.
That
From
seems
what
to
they're
be the
saying here.
that seems to be the theme of all the guys that we signed as
Yeah,
undrafted free agents.
yeah, yeah. But the stats in 2019 from my man Keith Washington Jr., cornerback out of West Virginia, um,
Mm-hmm.
does not seem to be bad at all. And cornerbacks is one of our Achilles heels, if you might want to call it that.
Facts. The more depth, the better. The more depth, the
Right.
better. I mean, I
So
feel pretty good about having Jack Rabbit as number 2. Feel really good about that. Having Patrick Robinson, if he can pull it together, I feel with Malcolm Jenkins back, they'll be all right. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay.
I think so too. I'm not a big fan of Patrick Robinson.
I'm saying though, like when he wasn't with us, he was one of the coldest slot corners in the game. Now you come back, you want to be Pooh again? Like I don't understand. Like you can't. He just pull it together, man. And remember when he was in San
Yeah,
Diego. Just remember
yeah.
that
Get
and do
it.
that.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Facts.
All right, so that's all the ones we're gonna go over. I hope I gave you guys some information on these new players joining the team for a short period of time, I believe. But maybe not. Maybe they stick around. Maybe you see them on the field next year as a starter somewhere, man. We will see. He's got a lot of good ones, a lot of ones you make you want to just kind of be like, not gonna cut it. But yeah, some new talent out here, man. It's always good to have new talent on the field, on the team, just to give guys opportunities to do something.
Facts.
So let's jump into this. Jameis Winston.
This dude.
Jameis 30 for 30 Winston, right? My man just got him a new contract. on with the Saints. He is going to be the third string quarterback. That's
Nah,
what it
bro.
seemed like to me. That's what it
Nah, bro.
seemed like to me.
He gonna be the backup.
Man, you didn't paid Taysom Hill 20 some odd millions for 2 years.
It
He
don't
not
matter.
about to be no third string quarterback
We
out
paid
here,
him.
man.
No, we paid him to be a player on the field. That's what we paid him to be.
Oh,
To
that's what
do
that is.
to
That's
do
what that
what
is.
he's.
Even though that man plainly said he not trying to be just a backup forever. He wants
I
to
mean,
be a
okay,
starting quarterback.
it doesn't have to be forever. It's not going to be forever, but right, these next 2 years, that's what it's gonna be. That's what's gonna be because he clearly said he didn't want Drew to retire. You know what I mean? So you got your wish. You're gonna be used how we've been using you, and this is why Jameis Winston is gonna be the backup because in order to put Taysom Hill in as a starter, you have to change the whole offense. You have to change the
You
whole
know
offense.
what?
Jameis Winston is more comparable to Breeze in his style of play. So
Wrong, wrong,
yeah,
wrong.
no, I'm not.
Stop playing with me
No,
right
I'm not
now.
wrong,
Wrong.
bro. I'm not saying his,
Compare no Jameis Winston to
bro.
Breeze.
I'm not saying his skill level is like Breeze. I'm saying the style of play
What a
is,
pocket QB.
yeah, pocket QB.
Somebody
He can
just
run a
stand
little
back
bit.
there and look stupid.
Hey, I mean, y'all.
Look, man.
Okay,
Look.
okay, bro. Say what you gotta say, bro. 'Cause I'm about to demolish you. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
All right. Demolish me. First of
Bro,
all,
go ahead.
I think now I'm gonna give you some props, and then I'm going to the stats on your dumb ass because I'm tired of you.
All right. All right.
So I do agree with you. They might be looking at 30 for 30, man, to be the second string quarterback, only because they might just be looking for a person to take the place of Teddy B. Right. So if
Facts.
Breeze
That's
go down, you've got a quarterback that um, can sit back there and
buy you some time.
facilitate and hold the team down. Maybe. And I don't see that in Jameis when I don't see him holding this damn Saints down like Teddy B did at all. I
I'm
feel like
gonna
you're
tell you.
gonna
I'm gonna
come
tell you.
out there and you're gonna try to prove yourself and make some shit happen like you always do and fuck
I'm
up.
gonna. I'm gonna tell you right. I'm
But
gonna tell you why you're wrong.
hold on,
Go
I
ahead.
ain't done.
Okay.
So the point of the matter is they want somebody to beat Teddy B, and that's what this dude is supposed to be, but he ain't.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, go ahead. Tell me why first. Tell me why, so I can make you look stupid real quick. Okay, go ahead.
So you can make me look stupid.
I'm telling you, bro. Watch. Well, okay. When I prove my point, you ain't gonna have nothing to say. Go ahead.
All right. So let's go with it right now. I'm gonna start from 2019 because that's my favorite year for James Winston.
This dude's such a hater, bro.
Right, my favorite year for James Winston. Right, 60.7% average, 5,109 yards, 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Just because you got 5,000 yards, you got 30 interceptions, bro. Like, stop playing with me right now. No, that's not good for you at all.
Okay.
But maybe that was just a fluke. Maybe that was just, he had a bad year. He ain't had no line like you like to say. Let's go to 2018. 64.6% average, 2,992 yards, 19 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. That's not it. Let's keep going. 2017, 63.8%, 3,504 yards, 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. 2016, 60.8, 4,090 yards, 28 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. One more time. 2015. Now we getting close to when my man actually came into the league now. 58% average, 4,042 yards, 22 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Come on, man. You half and for what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You damn near half and a half. So when I call you the 30-30 man, don't act like it ain't true. My God. But you want this man to be your starting quarterback?
I ain't saying nothing about no starter. I did.
You want him to be
No
your
starter.
second string though. But when Breeze leaves, you don't want Taysom Hill. You want Jameis Winston. Bro, stop playing with me right now. Stop playing with me, bro. Like, there's nothing. I've been saying this shit for the longest.
Okay.
No.
Are you done?
Stop playing with me, bro. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah,
all
I'm
right,
done.
so we gonna start in 2019, right?
Oh, please.
For one, yeah, he threw 30 interceptions, but he
Okay.
also threw 30 touchdowns, right?
So,
and he also do 5,108, is it, yards?
there's someone like that close. Who cares?
Something like that. Only the 8th or 9th quarterback to throw 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. That's something to work with, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something to work with as far
So
as. Hold on.
Here's the thing. One point. One point for that though. One point, and then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I'm just 1 point. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, scored 81 points in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make that man? How is this okay? I'm gonna get off Kobe.
I know. Okay.
I know what you
about to say. I know what you about to say. His last game in the league, he dropped 60. Well, hold on.
Drew Brees got all these stats, but still had losing seasons. Does that make that shit okay that you got 5,000 yards, but you lost 8 games?
So this is why I tell people Tom Brady's not the GOAT, because football is a team sport. Drew Brees throwing them 5,000 yards is the only thing that kept the team afloat. The defense was to blame for that. He can't stop people from scoring. He can't stop the other team from scoring. All he can do is try to match points with them. That's all he can do. So, yes, it matters. Yes, it matters. Because those 5,000 yards that he threw was the reason we had those 7 wins, those 8 wins. So, yes, it matters. So, back to Jameis Winston. I get it, right? He threw 30 interceptions. He's never going to live that down. Just like Mark Sanchez ain't never going to live down the butt fumble. I get it, right? What I'm saying to you is, in that system with Bruce Arians, where it's gunslinger, throw it down the field, that's pretty much his offense. Just throw it down the field, right? And you're throwing it down the field with no offensive line, right? In New Orleans, with Sean Payton sitting under Drew, better eyesight, right? He's going to learn an offense that's going to be beneficial. Those interceptions are going to come down. Why? Because you're going to be throwing screens. You're going to be throwing out the backfield to your running backs. You're going to be throwing cross patterns. You have better weapons. I know they have weapons in Tampa, but you got better ones here, right? There's a lot that's going to go into improving Jameis as a quarterback, especially for once in his life being able to sit back and observe. Since he was in high school, he's been a dude. Florida State, he was a dude. Tampa, he's a dude. So he just was playing. He never got to sit back and just look. And now you're sitting back and observing a Hall of Famer. That'll improve your accuracy problems, because this is the most accurate quarterback in all of NFL history. He has the arm, clearly. You don't throw 5,000 yards if you don't have the arm.
So what you're saying is, my man was put into a position where he wasn't ready for this whole time. After 5 years, he should have been his ass on the bench.
Jameis Winston should have never started coming into the league. He should have at least sat 1 year.
Years. You didn't get this shit together in 5 years, bro.
Okay, so in them 5 years, how many head coaches have the Tampa Bay Bucks have? How many offensive coordinators have they have? How many times have they changed their offense?
I don't give a.
Come on, I'm waiting.
What does it matter? You had 5 years to play if you don't have one position, and you ain't get the shit together.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what position you're playing if they change the system on you every other year. They change the offensive system on him every other year. He's had different offensive coordinators, different head coaches. Why the hell you think Dirk Cutter got fired? Like, there's a reason Bruce Arians came out of retirement to be with the Bucks, and he changed the system again. He's never had a consistent system in Tampa. Never had a consistent O line in Tampa. And apparently he was blind, so now he got that fixed.
Not even
There's
blind.
just there's a
Not
lot of
even blind.
factors, bro. There's there's a lot
I'm
of
a man was blind
factors,
for 5 years. That's why he throwing all them interceptions, huh?
bro. I know you see that meme out there where he looking like this. Like, come on, you, bro.
All right,
Like
all
I'm
right,
not
all
like
right.
there's a so I
Hold
say
up.
all this to say, you sitting,
Okay,
you're observing, you have the same system, you have a way better head coach than you've ever had. It's all beneficial, all beneficial,
really?
and he
Okay.
has the attributes, bro. He's got the arm and like that's what's really important. He has the attributes. All he got to do now is focus.
Yeah, no doubt, man. All you gotta do is pay attention, and not do what you've been doing for the last 5 years, and you're gonna be all right, James.
This
All
dude is
right.
a fucking hater, bro.
Um.
This dude's such a hater.
All right. So let's. Matt is in the room, as
Facts.
always. As always, my man Matt is here. My bad, y'all. I just realized my camera uh is not what I want it to be. Um.
All I'm saying is, bro, don't sleep on Jameis Winston. There are worse quarterbacks out there that are starters right now. Mitchell Trubisky, Gardner Minshew, Derek Carr.
Really.
He's better than all them dudes. Better than all of them.
So Matt, he said he finally agreed with you, Steve.
Hey, that's how you know I'm on my shit when Matt agree with me.
Yeah, nah. Just because Matt agree with you don't mean shit. So
I'm
let's
saying
let's
though,
let's look at because he been commenting his ass off. So let's go back with it. Oh, disagree. Dude is good. He just need a coach. Yeah,
facts.
okay, man. I mean, not really, man. Don't like Winston attitude, but that could be fixed. Dude still got an arm. Can be a good QB. Just needs more coaching. Yeah, I mean, maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe it's the whole coach thing. Uh, maybe it's the change up of the play style or the play calling. Maybe it's my man was blind out of one eye. I don't know. You got a lot of excuses, but I'm just saying my man had 5 years worth of being a starting quarterback, and he don't seem like he's progressed to me. So to say he just about to jump on this team and make an impact or could hold my team down, I just have no faith in that whatsoever. None.
I mean,
Uh,
okay, if bro, if I come to your job and you used to doing things one way, and then the next week I say, hey, nah, you can't do it that way, do it this way, and then 2 days later I say, hey, nah, never mind, do it this way, and then a week later I'm like, hey, go back to doing it the old way. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what he had to deal with in Tampa.
so
That's it.
if you come to my job and I tell you, hey, this is the way I've been doing it for some odd years, this is the way you do it, and a year later somebody come in and be like, nah, we're not doing it that way no more, do it this way, and then the next year somebody else come in and say we're not doing it his way no more, we're doing it this way. You should have so many goddamn skills. You should know how to do everything. You should learn 15 ways how to do that same damn job. I mean, you can't make no excuse for this dude, bro. You
Bro.
can't make no excuse for this
I
dude.
mean, okay, then look at it like this, bro. Look at it like this. I think it's a good signing because I still don't believe Taysom Hill is the future. I don't give a damn they gave him 21 million or not. They gave him 21 million to be on the field catching passes, blocking punts, and what he been doing. That's why he got 21 million. You don't get 21 million dollars for throwing 11 passes. You just don't. You don't get that kind of money for that. So
Yeah, he brings a lot more
again,
to the
you
table
get Jameis
than just
Winston.
being a quarterback.
Facts. You bring Jameis Winston in. Breeze decides to go to NBC next year. They battle it out. You got a guy that's been there, done that in the building. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, he's a gap quarterback until we can go and get our future guy in the draft. We're not just totally up shit creek. We got a guy that can hold it down for a couple years until we get the guy we really want.
A couple of years.
A year, couple years, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just until we can get the guy that we want in the draft, we got a guy that can hold it down. Taysom still be out there catching passes. Hey, everybody happy. He got his money. Everybody's happy. And we not stuck with Tommy Stevens as our starter.
Shout out to Tommy Stevens, man.
Hey, no, ain't no shout out. Ain't no shout out to Tommy Stevens. Hey, we take that
Let me
back.
see what old Tommy boy could do, man.
You don't get no shout out till you deserve it. Ain't no shout out.
I mean, let me see what Tommy could do, man. Hopefully, he's not just about to be the water boy, man. He can come out there and be something great. Great. You know what I mean?
Bro, let me tell you what this dude said, bro. Let me tell you why I don't like him already, okay? This dude had an interview. They was asking him, yeah, how you feel to be a Saint? Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, man, it's just so great to be in a room with Taysom Hill and, you know, those other guys that are there in the quarterback room. Those other guys? Are you fucking Taysom Hill and those other guys? Bro.
You don't taste some thing right now, huh?
Bro, Drew Brees is those other guys, bro? Like, right. Come on, bro. Hey, sit the fuck down, kid. Sit down,
so
bro.
It seemed like everybody, even myself, has been comparing Tommy to Taysom, and maybe that's who he's pretty much gravitating towards to try to learn from it and be under his wing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's all that was about. Maybe, and then you know the guy probably wasn't even a Saints fan or know much about the Saints, so he don't know those other guys,
bro.
Yet, you know what I mean? He just got drafted, bro.
I'm not a Packers fan. I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Steelers fan. Yet I know Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? That's no excuse. That is no excuse. You play football, so you can't say, "Oh, I'm not aware." Oh, I just don't know football like that. It's not like you some person out there that don't watch football. Okay, you play football. You know who the hell Drew Brees is. Yeah, man. You know who Drew Brees is.
Maybe he met Taysom, man. He ain't meet Drew.
Bro, yeah. Whether you met Taysom or not, okay, you say Taysom Hill, Drew Brees, and those other guys. Don't know Taysom and those other guys. What the hell is this?
Man.
This is just, bro.
Matt said stop hating, man. At least he made it to the NFL.
He said that like it's Gladys Knight and the Pips, Taysom and those other guys, bro. Nah, sit down.
Taysom
I hope he get cut.
The Pips.
I hope he get cut. Just for
I don't
the
think
lack
he's
of disrespect. Just for the disrespect.
I had a coworker today ask me what I thought about the draft. And I said, yeah, man, you know, we just did a podcast yesterday about the draft. This was a conversation me and him had today. I said yesterday we just did a little podcast on our draft picks, man. And he first thing come out of his mouth, he was like, why the hell did y'all pick up Tommy? And he was like, I know that dude. And I watched him play numerous amount of times. And when he first got on the team, he was throwing bombs, like legit bombs, like he was going to be a great quarterback. Then all of a sudden, this dude was just throwing shit, that wasn't supposed to be thrown. Like, obviously, you throwing to the other team type player. And I said, man, you know what? When I heard about that pick and I looked into the guy and I looked at what we just did with Taysom Hill, I could not understand it for the life of me either. And he was like, man, that was y'all worst pick. But I said, that was also our last pick, bro. So you got to pick somebody.
So you know what I mean? Talk about picks, right? Again, like I mentioned, I was a little disgruntled, right? But after further investigation, I feel like we came away with a steal. Turns out Zach Vaughn was rated as a first-round pick in many draft boards. Many people have him.
True, fact. I said that.
Matter of fact, who was it? I forget the dude's name. One of the ESPN analysts had him ranked as the 27th overall prospect in the whole draft.
Yeah, he was supposed to go in the top 30, no doubt about it.
Why he fell to the third round? No idea. But, okay, great value. Troutman. Turns out he was rated the second best tight end in the whole draft.
I didn't know that. I
Okay.
didn't know about that.
Okay. Like, all right. Hey, again, not the guys I would have picked, but after knowing that and looking at some of their tape, seeing what they can do.
Yeah.
Okay. And Cesar Ruiz was graded as the best interior lineman in the whole draft. So
Well, I definitely watch Ruiz's tape, because he was our first pick.
monster.
So I definitely jumped on that real quick and to try to find some film on this dude to just kind of see who the hell he was, because I had no idea who he was or why we picked him. But like you said, after watching some film on him, you definitely see what he's capable of. And like I said on the last podcast, this dude put people on their ass. Don't matter who you are. If you come at him, you on the ground. So that's exactly what we need in that front.
Facts.
So yeah, that was a good pick, man.
So
that was definitely good pick.
I think we got a lot of great value in the third round. I don't really care that they traded the rest of the draft away because we wasn't really gonna get nobody hot in the 5th, 6th round anyway. You know what I mean? So for us to move back up into the third round, great value for those guys. So I think we're gonna come out all right.
It's every year, man, I look for the Saints to come out of the draft with like this wow pick, like, yeah, holy shit, we just got such and such, and every year
that never happens, bro.
That shit never ends up like that, man.
Bro, hey, I think the last time that happened, honestly, that I can remember is when we got Reggie Bush. When we got Reggie Bush. That was the last time.
Same shit. Reggie. But we also got what's my man's name? The dude, other running back.
Ingram?
Yeah, Mark Ingram. We also picked up Ingram, which wasn't a bad pick. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. Everybody should have been excited to have a Heisman on the team.
I wasn't excited about Mark Ingram when we picked him. I wasn't like mad at it, but it wasn't just like, oh my god, we got Mark Ingram. Yeah, it was like, oh, all right. Matter of fact, I think I was more excited when we picked Alvin Kamara. Like when we got Kamara, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't see that one coming,
So yeah, I think that might have been the last time I was like, holy shit, we just got this dynamic player, and it hasn't been like that since. Every year in the draft, I just be like, man, please pick somebody worth me getting excited over. Somebody I know.
All them wide receivers, bro. Honestly, all them wide receivers. I was like, bro, one of them gonna fall to us. One of them gonna fall to us.
Matt got jokes right now, bro. He said we also picked up Ricky Williams.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about that, but I was like, that was the dumbest shit we ever did. I still hate Mike Ditka for that. I was 8 years old when he pulled that bullshit. I still ain't over it.
Yeah, Ricky used to stay not too far from us, man. When we stayed in Kenner outside.
Yeah, he stayed around the corner.
Yeah, in the big ass gated community. You never seen Ricky around town, man.
Never, not once.
You stayed around the corner, bitch. I should have seen you at Walmart or something.
Hey, facts.
But anyway, all right, we're gonna get off Ricky Williams, man. Shout out to the vet.
Hey, we're gonna start doing countdown videos. I'm sure he's gonna be on my bust countdown. I'm pretty sure. For what we gave up. Let's talk about this for a minute. Because I'm still, bro, just thinking about it just pissed me off all over again.
Here you go.
We gave up our entire draft. Picks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 and 3 for the next year to get Ricky Williams, who couldn't stay sober enough to play. And then you go to Miami, shave your head, and ball out with Ronnie Brown and the Wildcats for a few years. Bro, that's bullshit.
Man, shout out to Ricky Williams, man. Ricky is not, it wasn't a sober thing. Ricky just liked to smoke, man. So now if it was 2019 and Ricky came into the season with that bullshit about how much he liked to smoke and how he can't stop, it would be accepted. Like, yeah, smoke as much you want, Ricky. Just run the goddamn ball, Ricky. Keep running. It's just a bad time for Ricky Williams, man. The league wasn't ready for that type of player and what he was into, at the time or whatever. But he was a baller. He was a good player, man. He just didn't do shit for our team because
Nothing.
of that fact.
Nothing. That derailed our whole future, bro. You know how many players we could have got? Bro, that shit derailed our team, bro. Hey, I think Mike Dicker did that shit on purpose. What pissed me off, too, is he made the pick and they showed this dude smoking his cigar like he just did something. Like,
Man, don't hate on Aaron Brooks, man. Don't do that, man.
hey,
Don't
Aaron
do
Brooks
that.
was trash. Aaron Brooks was
Don't
hella
do
trash,
that, man.
right? Aaron Brooks was garbage. Yeah,
That
he
man
was
wasn't that
garbage.
bad.
Oh, my God. Do you remember that year we had Jake Delhomme as our quarterback? Oh, that shit was trash.
Aaron Brooks had a garbage team.
That entire team was trash. Bro, all he had was Joe Horn and Deuce McAllister for the longest. That was it.
Yeah. Oh, you remember Joe Horn, bro? Joe Horn was a beast, bro.
And he
Joe Horn
was
was a
until he went to
goddamn beast.
Atlanta like a bitch.
We had some great players, man. We just never had a great team back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Facts.
always had this 1-2 player that was good, but the rest of the team was just garbage. Some motherfuckers in the stands wearing bags over their head. You know, I'm glad them days. Oh, golly.
I'm just man. I'm saying they need to get that quarterback situation together, dog. Because I ain't buying nothing they putting down right now. I'm not buying it.
Man, I've been saying this shit. I've been saying this shit for a minute. I'm ready to see what is after Drew Brees. Because right now, the destiny of the franchise is basically a ball up in the air. And where
Facts.
will it fall? Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
The
mean,
quarterback position is the most, important position of the team, and we don't know what the hell is about to happen.
what worries me is the fact that the way the NFL is going now with quarterbacks being mobile and all that, I really think they might hand the keys over to Taysom Hill. I really believe that. I don't. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. Not from what I've seen. Yes,
Hey,
he can run.
look,
Yes, he
I
can
don't
catch.
give a shit if they give it to Hill, if they give it to 30 for 30, man. Make a decision and let me know what's happening. I hate
Yeah,
not knowing.
yeah.
So Matt saying Winston after Breeze with a bunch of laughing my ass off emojis. You think it's a game, man. You don't know, man. You don't know what's gonna happen. They might
hey,
pass it on to Winston
hey.
after
First
this
of all,
year.
hey, Will Lutz gonna have to fight Jameis Winston over that number 3, though. Hey, he gonna have to square up with Will Lutz.
Oh man, Big Nuts Lutz.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He
Hey,
you're not playing that, man.
he'd be like, man, look, you can have number 2. You ain't getting this 3. You ain't getting this 3, bro.
Yeah. Nah. I think Will deserves that number, whatever number he want. That man held the
Facts.
team down for a couple of years now, bro.
Facts. He the best kicker we've had in a while.
You remember when we was running through them motherfuckers like water?
Nigga, we had John Carney, we had Hartley, we had Skoda, we had who else we had? Damn boy, we had so many kickers. I feel like
So
we was
many.
changing kickers like every 2 games. But
Yeah,
like
because Sean Payton wasn't playing that shit with them kickers, man, at the time, bro. It was like if you miss one, all right, you miss another one,
then
you
we
off the
draft
team.
some like
Yeah,
Hispanic dude. Then we draft some Hispanic dude in like the 6th or 7th round one year, and he was supposed to come in and be cold, and they let him go in like 2 games.
yeah. Nah. My man wasn't. Sean Payton wasn't playing them games with them kickers, bro. Because I mean, obviously, you feel like all you got to do is come out there and kick a field goal. I know that shit is not as easy as people think it is, but if your
I mean,
whole
shit, I can't kick no field goals.
right,
But
but
to me, it's
if
like
your whole
you
thing is
got
kicking
one
a field
job.
goal, you can't do that.
Facts. Facts. That's all you do in practice is kick field goals. Bro,
Right.
I done been around football teams, bro. All these kickers do is throw the ball back and forth to each other, the kicker and the punter, and then work on field goals. When the coach call them to work with special teams, they do that. Then they bring their ass back to the sideline and kick it in the net. That's all you do.
Yeah, and you getting paid good money to do that.
Facts.
So make a field goal,
For
get
you
the hell out.
missing? Bro. Nah, bro. And you missing field goals, bro. Like, you mixing extra points. I ain't never seen. Bro, how you miss an extra point?
Yeah, no doubt. So to say that we got Big Nut Lutz, man, is a blessing because he, like I said, has held this team down. He was a lot of the time the reason why we won some of these games.
I mean, hey, people like to praise Teddy B for holding it, but that 5-game span, that boy Lutz was putting in work.
Right.
He was putting in work.
True. Good call for shout out to Will Lutz, man. Big Nuts, man. I don't know why they gave that man that nickname, bro. Big Nut Lutz. But I like it. Fuck it. You gotta hold that down, bro. Anyway, I don't know. You got anything else, man? Or we about to shut this down, man.
Nah, man. That's all I got. Hey,
right,
everybody, keep commenting on our previous posts with that keyword. If you haven't watched the video, then go find it. We're not going to tell you what the word is. You have to find it. So go find it, comment on the video, and subscribe if you want a chance at that Madden 21 and the gold Drew Brees Super Bowl jersey. Go do that.
All right. So my name is Tracy Bartholomew. This is Stephen Bijou, and this is the Saint Style Podcast, man. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so every time we go live, you guys will be notified, and you could be here with my main man Matt, commenting on everything, giving your opinion. So shout out, man. We out of here.
And look, if you think Tommy Steve is getting some playing time, what we tell him?
Man, stop playing with me right now.